Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. So I'm back with a brand new series on Hearts of Iron 4, this time using the Black Ice mod. Now I've not actually done any uploads using Black Ice for quite some time, but this is one of my most favourite mods for this game. So I thought we'd jump back on it, playing as this time Japan, and see how we can go along. As well as obviously this series, I'm going to be continuing with the Romania series for the Death and Dishonor DLC. Hopefully that's going to continue to go well. Once I've finished this playthrough and also that one, we're going to look to do some other mods. So any suggestions or mods you want to see, or any other nations you want to play on any particular mod, do let me know in the comments below, and it's something we can look at. So what's the idea? What we're going to be doing as Japan. Now what I've done, I'm playing it on regular difficulty, and we've turned off historical AI, obviously progression, so to speak, so things might not turn out the way they generally did during World War II, which hopefully they don't, just to give things a little bit of a difference. Now the main goal for myself is to pretty much follow what Japan's route was. I was toying on the idea of going down communism, but however, because I'm doing that with the Romania gameplay, I decided not to. Probably stay as fascist, which is pretty strong at the moment anyway. And what the goal is going to be is to basically conquer the entirety of the landmass here, and then to move on into the Pacific and try and gain as much territory over here as we can. In terms of the Soviets, I'm not really sure what to do on there, but I'm not wanting to join the Axis powers, so I'm hoping if the Germans get strong and push against the Soviets, we could get involved on the other side and take land that way. So there's a lot to do. This is always going to be the main problem. I did do a playthrough off camera a couple of months ago using this mod as Japan, which was rather successful in terms of taking the Pacific Islands, New Zealand, Australia and the British Raj, etc. However, I did launch an invasion on the United States. We made good headway. Mexico joined the Allies as well, so we did make good headway into Canada and to the United States and to Mexico. However, once we got into the cursor is here to about this region, to about here, we got bogged down. We were losing men, losing supplies, and gradually we almost got through to Texas and cut them off, and also took Mexico City, but we started getting pushed back. So I'm hoping this time things go a little bit better. Now I'm hoping initially, if we go to war obviously with China, to consolidate and basically build up a good enough strength. Now one of the main things we need to deal with is going to be our navy. That I've already had a little think about, and we're going to definitely be looking in terms of research and producing ships which are going to be cheaper for us. For example, there's two options of the destroyers, so getting the cheaper version which is going to be constructed, and also it's going to be beneficial to build down here. You can see the fast battleships, battle cruisers, then it is battleships. Obviously the Congo class is going to be one of the main ones to build until we get to the super battleships. And in terms of aircraft carriers, the escort carriers, is it the escort or the light ones? Let me check. For example, build cost is cheaper on the escort ones. However, deck size 30 is a lot less. But we could build more of these. Deck size getting better over here? No, deck size getting worse. 12, 8, oh god, 37. So the only kind of escort carrier at first we're going to want to produce is going to be, is it the tthe class? Yeah, they do have that, but we can build them quicker. Now, in terms of carriers and light carriers have a good deck size of 53 there. Now, the equivalent for each year, say the Shoko class, is a lot more expensive. The deck size is smaller. More manpower is going to be used. Obviously HP is always going to be more, speed is going to be more, and the range is going to be more. However, for what we need, I believe the light ones are going to be the better ones to produce at first, especially the Hero class, which is probably going to, because with especially the deck size, is what we're going to be focused on. Probably this one, and moving on these. The escort carriers, even though this is cheaper, easy to build, yeah, it's something to think about. Something to think about down the line, but it is something we need to basically be considering due to our situation. We're also going to be looking at doing things like, example, getting some workshops and that produced so we can basically build things cheaper and more productively. However, we don't want to get too much of concentrated industry because we do lose 1% of recruitable population. So probably go down 2 stages with this at the maximum and leave the other stages. Because, like I said, I don't want to go down those routes. In terms of production and things, though, we are going to go down routes which is going to help with our production. So this isn't going to happen. We're going to go down mobile warfare. I know it may not benefit us greatly, but it is primarily for the increase in recruitable population. Through total of that, we're going to get an extra 5%, so that's going to help us. There's a lot of things which isn't, but it's the population is what we're going to need, so things are going to be bypassed. So first and foremost, we'll have a look at industry, so we need to get our production efficiency cap up straight away. In terms of this as well, we can look at construction speed, steel industry, synthetic oil. In terms of engineering, we're going to get our research time reduced. And the next thing is, shall we do infantry stuff? Anything to help out infantry is going to be good. Infantry guns. Okay, they're underway. So we've got no template for... We'll get knocked off some of these. I believe it's the tanks. Is it Time 95 I've got a template for? Yeah, because I don't think we've got any armoured templates. We don't. This is something else to talk about in a moment as well. So an armoured template at the moment, we're going to leave that. In terms of civilian factories, we'll do that in a moment. And the equipment, which I believe the majority is going to be ships. We'll upgrade what we can. So field uniforms needs changing straight away. The truck. What truck is it? What kind of truck is it? Is it this? Yep. Aircraft. CV fighter. That should do that. Close air support for the army fighter, army close air support. What's outdated equipment now? It should all be ships, which it is. No division of training, which is fine. No assigned. Okay, so in terms of production, we're going to move the game on a little slowly now because we need this to tick along. Okay, so what do we have? Clear these. All these are looking good at the moment, so we'll just upgrade 2 of these for now. There's going to be things we have to start producing soon, so we're going to wait. Speed up a little bit. Yeah, missing production. Horse artillery transport. Get 2 of those. What else are we missing? Light vehicles. So these. Yeah, recon infantry equipment. More's probably going to pop up soon, so we're not going to max these out just yet. Leave that as it is. Outdated equipment still. Okay, so in terms of construction, we are going to build some more civilian factories. That'll do. Get 9 of these. Leave that like that for the time being. Okay, so with that being underway, leave that as it is for now in case we need to move some more construction. And now our national... Oh, as well as that, before I forget, these templates need adjusting. This is going to basically recruit divisions of this size is going to take a hell of a lot of manpower. As you can see, it's an extra 1,000. It's 3. If we take out this line, that's 3,000 manpower. Infantry equipment's less uniforms. It's just reducing the equipment we need. So this needs setting out properly. Probably get rid of 3. Is it brigades that they are? Or battalions. Get rid of 3 battalions off there. That will make it a little bit more better in line. So, in terms of national focus, there's a few things we want to do. Obviously, expansion mainly to the south, I believe, is going to be the best option for us for the time being. If we can do the north as well, we will. We can do some expansion stuff and reinforce Soviet border, which for now is good. We don't really want to start war just yet, so we're going to expand as well, which is going to add military factory and naval dockyard. Okay, so in terms of all our navies, we need to get them all grouped together. Okay, let me turn that off. Okay, group them all up together, and where we're going to put them. Over here. Get our navies together, then we can make as navies as we need them to be. Okay, no heavy aircraft factories. Got light aircraft factories which can help us with the production. Japanese Air Force in base, obviously black ice. This event is intended to provide both background information on the air arms, as well as information on how the Japanese aircraft work in black ice. Both the Imperial Japanese Army and the Imperial Japanese Navy had their own air arms during War II. The divide between the two ran deep enough that even many of the companies that built aircraft were contracted exclusive to one service. In addition, the carrier aircraft developed its own land-based fighters and bombers. This section is under construction, so background information on construction. Black Ice adds many different units and technology in Hearts of Iron 4. It can be overwhelming, yeah, it can be. Currently, Japanese aircraft lines consist of the following: fighters arrive, yep, so close blah blah blah, bombers and flying boats. The heavy bomber line is shared by both the Army and the Navy. Japanese players will see a historical naming scheme for the tech tree, while other countries will see only the short designation, allied code names assigned to many Japanese aircraft during War II. Currently, you might notice there are some carrier aircraft that are placeholder units. These are a workaround, okay? Yeah, we'll do the technologies right. Okay, so that's all fine. So we have got our own faction currently at the moment in time. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, which we do have. What do we have with it? We have these two here, which I was thinking at one point maybe to break up the faction and take these for myself, take these lands, but it's not really going to gain me anything. If we end up with war with the Soviets, that's going to be a big buffer zone where they're not going to attack folks who won't bring these in a war. So that, for us, is going to help us. Our goal is going to be fighting to the south against the Chinese. So that being said, we do need to start getting some troops together in position for when that happens. So we're going to start creating an initial army. Motorised divisions, these also need adjusting at a late stage as well to knock out some of these. Probably not quite a few down, to be fair, because that is going to be using a hell of a lot of equipment. For the motorised, I may even move down 2 of these and use some light tanks. Could be possible. It's something to think about at a late stage. These 2 guys here, and what other ground units do we have? Okay, Marine's going to be used basically for the islands. Okay, so 20 divisions there. 21, these can stay where they are. All the other troops can stay in the positions which they are located currently at the moment. In fact, no, these need to go here as well. So 24 divisions. Wow, we've got some great commanders. What the hell? Jungle. Engineer. Reconnaissance. That is a good leader. Yeah, he can definitely... In fact, no, he can't. 18. He's not going to be leading the attack on China. He can move elsewhere. We're going to use Field Marshal Shunroku Hata. This is the man for the job. Now all his troops need to move over to this front line here. So all the men should now relocate and get into a position where they can actually join that fight, because we're going to start war with them at some point. 24 divisions is not going to be enough, so we are going to have to create some more, but we need to get some more experience so we can reduce the numbers. As Navy also needs to get involved in the fight, and as Air Force. So equipment outdated is the ships. We need to look at the production of the ships. Convoys we've got plenty, so that's okay at the moment. Majority of this video is pretty much going to be setting out everything we need to do. There's a lot of ships here being created as well, and large ships, aircraft carriers mainly being produced, which is good. Okay, so we have 194 vessels. So merge everything. So what do we have? 52 submarines, 92 destroyers. That's all we've got. 4 carriers. Wow. Okay, so we're low on carriers. 4 carriers are going to stay with the main task force. It's going to be the main fleet. What we need to do, though, is... It needs to be stronger. We need some more. So, we need to create new fleet for all submarines. Preparation for Winter Olympic Games. We're going to split these 2 submarines. We're going to move them out of the area. We'll move them to 26 submarines in each group. Should be alright for now. Okay, so they're out of the way. Home Islands is going to be primary supply while we're moving into position. In terms of equipment, we can now do some more work here. Okay, what do we need? Weapons, mortars. Not looking good. The supply situation is dire, so that's something we're going to have a look at in a moment. Okay, so in terms of the rest of this, we're going to get all destroyers. Split in 2. Okay, so in terms of this, we've got 2 lead destroyers. Heavy cruisers, so all heavy cruisers. Slowly heavy cruisers, split in 2 again. What else we got? Light cruisers, yep. So create new fleet, all light cruisers. Demonstration march. Okay, so select these and split them once again in 2. Now, in terms of the fleet, we're going to keep this fleet together with those submarines and the 6 battleships and the 4 fast battleships. We select these, select them. Select these 9 and the 10. Merge them together. So that is an excessively large fleet, but that is a fleet we're going to use. Now, who's the best commander? Spy chance number ships first contact 5%. Yamamoto is going to be the commander of this fleet, and that fleet's going to move over here. This is the second fleet, but it needs battleships and carriers. So for now, this is going to move around to the side. We're going to have another commander for this fleet. Koga. So, what do we need? We need battleships and... There's a lot set up in this. Okay, so... Carriers. 1, 2, 3... 3 carriers. So these 3 carriers are going to be sent here. Our cruisers, these heavy cruisers. They were sent there as well. In fact, can we get rid of some of these? No. Let them build them first. Then we need to build some battleships. Okay, in terms of light cruisers, we're building light cruisers, just destroyers. We're going to keep construction of destroyers up as well, because these are going to be vital importance to us later on. We can construct these, send these to Nagasaki. Is there a way I can select all? There'll be a way to make this easier. Put all these over here. Okay, what I want to do as well then is the submarine side of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 subs. 4 over here to increase the numbers. Just get 3. And the other subs are down here, so we'll get the rest. 2, we can't build them there. Where can we build them? It's going to be the mainland. Over here. Move the other subfleet over here. Okay, we'll keep around about 30, maybe 50 to 40 submarines per fleet. Now we need a good submarine commander. Don't have any. Anyway, skills and subs. Here we go. Yep, there we go. That's one. Another fleet. Next submarine fleet. Is any other commanders down here? It's level 1. Still. Damn Democrats. Still, it gives plus 20% for submarine attack, so we're going to use him as well. So that's the Navy being set up and constructed this time. We're going to need some more time to get the Navy ready. The army has arrived in position. We're only going to be able to advance though through this territory here, so we need to actually... These guys can move here. Do that front line. In fact, delete that. Garrison area for now. Garrison that area and actually do exercise so we can get some experience, so we can try and reduce the numbers, which is going to help. Now we do need more divisions. So we should be able to cut what we've got. Remilitarization of Rhineland, so the Germans are obviously doing what the Germans do best. Remilitarizing stuff. Okay, so no division basic training. No template for that. Outdated equipment is the ships side of it, and resources. This is the main problem. We're miles behind everything, but we don't really have enough factories to be able to be fair, we could do it. We're going to need 4. My God, we're going to need a lot. But we do need, guess we're from Australia for now. We need the resources. That's how it'll affect that construction badly, but it's necessary. What's this? February 26th incident on February 26th, a group of young military officers attempted to coup d'etat. The radical faction of the military assassinated several prominent politicians. Purge them. Fascist popularity. Oh, okay. Now, in terms of this side of... Oh, missing equipment production. SMG and light infantry equipment. Okay, so let's do some of this. SMG and light infantry equipment. Armoured cars. So who uses the armoured cars? Let's have a look. Armoured car use. Let's have a look at template. So division headquarter equipment, armoured car, recon. So they use armoured cars. That's going to be chewing up a lot. There's a lot of things that could be changed. Wait a minute. They're not all the same kind of division. Do some expansion. Yeah, they're all the same kind of division. So we could change this. It's going to cost more manpower though. Okay, so we're going to select all. This could be bad. Division template. To the main. Yep. Okay, so we've changed them all to a different division type, so we're going to need a hell of a lot more supplies now. Doing manpower should have gone down. Did we change them? I should change them. Yeah, they're all changed. So that's fine there. What we need to do as well is do a next national focus. What we're going to do, we don't want to do, we can get some more recruit population, but we'll do that later on. Soviet border, military factory civilian, civilian naval. Let's deal with ourselves for now. Keep that working up. This is not good, to be fair. When we get war, then we can edit it. Which will probably go down that route soon. Now, we do have extensive officer training, which is good for us, and also high standards. Training time is going to be increased, but we do get better organisation and recovery rate. What's happened? Armoured car deal. We can decide to send a small shipment of armoured cars, 8% of 300 armoured cars to Kingdom of Romania. 2% output, political power gain 1% for 90 days. Sign off. For now, we can sign them off. What resource? We're low on steel. Increase that. Some free dockyards, so until everything's complete, we're just going to continue maxing these out so they're all done. And that's about it, really. It's just waiting. So the main objective is to push down in through China initially. There's going to be a couple of these regions to the south, basically following the same path to the World War II, but slightly different in terms of the fact we're not interested in joining the Axis. We want to be our own power, so to speak. So the aircraft carrier should be done in 2.8 months. There'll be another fleet constructed, then we can start working on a new fleet. Okay, so that's carrying on. Are we actually constructing any aircraft at the minute? Aircraft are working on upgrades. What do we have in terms of aircraft here? Well, fighters and things, so that's not too bad. More dockyards. Can't really do anything without supply situation at the moment. Oil. Needs to produce his own steel and oil. To work on it at a later stage. Okay, so his main flight's here with 79 ships. It's a good strength. 4 carriers. Oh, some research is finally done. Okay, so what do I want to work on now? So we can do more research time or force rate. Excellent work, everyone. Successful government initiative. So base national unity 3%, political power increase, and change popularity of fascists is 5%. So we'll get research time sorted out. Government modifier. So we could do war industry. There's a few we could do here. There we go. Let's keep that going nicely. Chinese have a hell of a lot of troops actually on the border. They've got more than we do, but our men should be better. And start training divisions, to be fair. Infantry company is going to be the problem. Okay, so 25 divisions. We need 35 more. Can all build 28 more divisions. So get rid of 3. So that gives 50 divisions to fight the war. It's equipment we need, so let's have a production. How far back are we? 15,000. So this can get increased. This is also an issue. Anything else can knock back? Cycles, this helps. Right, that's great. So, okay, so we need to increase that because we're going to need the extra divisions to fight the Chinese on this side. That's one of the main issues there. Nation seal its wounds. Change popularity fast, which is increased. Not bad. Going down there all the way. Got a lot of territorial subjects, these two. Yeah, there are puppets. So mainly, there's not much long time left of this video, but this one, first part, is really getting everything set up. There's a lot of things you have to do, obviously with Black Ice, a lot of things to set up, but I do enjoy doing it, it's a lot of fun. So it has been good. Okay, so artillery support, we can get some more buildings. Okay, we'll do these later on, so reinforce Soviet border because we want to start going towards war with China. 28 days. 3 military factories, we need to do some work on here. That's behind, that's behind. Uniforms are behind. Okay. China's going to be the first goal. After China, we do need some respite. What equipment we're missing? Torpedo bomber. God's sake. Let's have a look. That's a torpedo bomber there. So carry's been completed, that's why that's done that. Let's build, max out another aircraft carrier. A year on that. Let's build them quite quick. They are the light ones though. Lodge has been built, which they're going to build over here. We can build another fleet with those later on. Okay, so what we're going to do here. As you to know. I shoot to power for car, gain 3%, ideology, drift defense 10%. That's 3% political on consumer goods factories. That'll help a great deal. Right, okay, what I'm going to do, guys, end this video there. Like I said, I know it's been not the best, but I've had a lot of work to get everything set up, so that's been the main focus. We'll just deal with this before we end it. Get the research sorted out. Everything's been researched now. What do we want next? Sniper teams. In terms of down here, research development, that's all done. We could do some more steel. Kidding me. They've declared war on Menjiang. Do that. One level of this, and for that and that. Production. That. We're at war now with the Republic of China. Great, so we need to move men to the front line. But I'm going to end the video there. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to give it a like. It really does help me out. Leave any comments you've got in below. And I'll see you all on the next one.